Hello, Verblinger. My name is Holly, and I will be the trainer for this hour. We are going to practice giving opinions about different issues that people have. What I will do, it's a listening practice and it's a speaking practice. So that is what we plan on doing today. Hi, Daniela. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi,
How are you gals today?
I'm doing well.
Good. Good. And remind me, you are from Panama, right?
No, from Italy.
Italy. Oh, but it's like, is it 2 in the morning in Italy or 3?
It's 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning. Okay. Okay. So quite late, but not that late. So hi, Sylvia. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. But I am Humberto.
This is your wife's account, right? What is your name again? Juan?
My name is Humberto.
Oh, I remember. Umberto. Yes. Yeah. And you're from is it Brazil?
From Lima, Peru.
Peru. Okay.
Peru.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, welcome. So today we're going to actually practice giving opinions about a lot of different situations and talk about a lot of life type situations. It's actually quite fun to do. And so, but how's everything in Peru? What's the weather like right now?
Hello?
Hello, Humberto. How's the weather in Peru?
Well, the weather in Peru, well, actually in Lima is cold, but I live in Piura. There is a city of Peru that is kind of warm all day.
Okay, so it's still kind of nice out there. That's good. Is it considered winter? Is it considered summertime or springtime right now in Peru?
Well, here in Peru is spring, yes, but
Okay.
all day in most of the days is a good weather here in Piura. Every day we have sun and it's a warm weather.
Wow, that's nice. And how about in Italy? What's the weather like right now in Italy?
Well, quite not rainy day, but maybe tomorrow will rain, I think. It's not a good time.
Okay. Yeah, here in Idaho it was forecasted to rain, but I haven't seen any rain yet. So maybe tomorrow it will rain. So anyway. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started, and then hopefully other people will come. We had about 5 or 6 people reserve the class, so we'll see if everyone comes. All right, so this is a listening and speaking exercise. So you practice listening and you practice speaking, and basically saying what you think and explaining why you think that way. And it's okay.
Okay.
So without further ado, okay, what we're going to do is I am going to say a statement, and you guys and I will you guys will say whether you disagree, what number on the scale of 1 to 10, whether you disagree or whether you agree with that statement. And then we will write down everybody, like the initials. We'll put S for, we'll put Umberto for E for Umberto. We'll put D for Daniela, and then you will explain why you think so. And some issues, somebody might actually have a 1, and another issue, somebody might have the same issue, somebody might have a 10, and that's where it's fun, because you get to hear what other people think. Okay?
Okay.
And we have 10 topics, and so far here at Verbling, we've only gotten through 4 topics, so we might be able to get through all 10 today, or we might not. It depends. Actually, it's 9 topics. So, okay, the first topic is Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Umberto, are you
Yes,
ready?
yes, I'm ready.
Okay, excellent. First topic is men and women can never really be equal. So what do you think? Men and women can never really be equal. And I just put this on the Verblink chat. Men and women can never really be equal. So, Umberto, what do you think? Do you disagree? Do you agree? Are you 6, 5, 4?
Uh, I agree. Uh, well, women, um, I think that we are as a human being the same,
Mm-hmm.
but actually, a woman uh, have to receive more respect from the voice, and for example, in at work, uh,
Okay.
I think that we are equal, but
Mm-hmm.
there are mm, uh, some works that women can do
Mm-hmm.
because
Okay.
is 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 a kind of hard for them.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, that's one of the reason that uh, some companies hire men and not women for some types of work. But um, I think that
Okay. So are you like 9 or 10 or
well mm, I 10. I think it's
10?
10.
Okay. A 10. Okay. But you say that right now during right down now in the workplace, a lot of women are not getting the respect that they deserve, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. Daniela, what would you say? Men and women can never really be equal.
Well, I think that we are equal if you think about human rights, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
we have a different attitude. And we were talking about jobs, and I think that to solve the same problems.
Mm-hmm.
We achieve results in different way. This is a bit of things because it helps a lot. So we are equal in human
Mm-hmm.
rights, different characteristics, but they are important, the
Mm-hmm.
same in the both.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the sentence is true with
Mm-hmm.
about 10.
Okay, so that you agree that they're equal. So you say women or men are equal, but they are different. But the differences are equal, correct? So that they
Yes,
might you might do
we,
things differently. So
we we can say that we are the same,
uh-huh.
of course.
Okay. Do men and women approach things the same, Umberto?
Uh, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat,
Okay.
please?
Yes, I will. Do men and women approach things the same? I'll write it down. Do men and women approach things the same way?
Mm, the man and woman approach. thing. Uh, yes, I think I agree with that phrase uh,
Mm-hmm.
because uh, actually the woman uh, the woman is more hardworking
Mm-hmm.
than men,
Oh, really?
and
The woman
and,
works
and,
harder
and
than men?
yes, and also they are more. Uh, I think the word is retailer,
Uh-huh. Okay.
more retailer, and
More what?
and retailer is that correct? The word
I don't know the word. Retailer?
retailer, like
Could you write it down on the Verbling chat?
yes, okay.
Okay. So I don't know that word.
Uh, mm, retailer.
It just might be a pronunciation issue.
Yes, it's like that they go forward with specific things. So
Mm-hmm.
they uh, they go to the end uh,
Mm.
with works
Okay.
with work. Yes, something like that.
Okay.
So
All right.
yes,
Right. And Daniela, what do you think? Do men and women approach things the same way?
I think that they approach things in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
If I think about my job, women are more pay more attention to details, and instead men are oriented to solve the problem in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also maybe women can do different things at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
yes,
So
men's. Mhm.
so women are multitaskers. Women are good at
And
multitasking.
I think so. Instead, men have logical mind, mathematic.
Mm-hmm. So men are logical problem solvers.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how I see it too. Where if a woman mentions a problem, the men will want to solve it, but the woman may not want to solve it. She just wants to talk about it. So, yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so number two, we're gonna go on number three. Or I kind of messed up on this. The next situation, we're going to go to a different one. On this one, the issue is the most important thing about a job is the money you earn. Okay, and just tell me the number first, and then I'll have you guys explain. So the most important thing about a job is the money you earn.
okay.
Okay, so
I
Sylvia,
think
where
the
would you
number.
be? What number would you be between 1 and
I
10?
think number five.
5. Okay, and
Yes.
Daniela, where are you?
Well, I think it's 7.
7. Okay, and I am at a 4. Okay, so Umberto, can you explain to us why you believe what you think? Explain to us what you think.
Okay. Okay. I think to earn money is good for all of us,
Mhm.
but it's not it is not always important to earn money because you have to feel good in your job and and acquire knowledge about things you want to learn or to do currently.
Mhm.
So so I think that for the reason I give a 5
Mhm.
because I think important to have the economic part and professional part also.
Okay.
What do you want for life? Right?
Yeah. Okay. So, Alberto, if you had
What do you want for life?
in your job, if you did not get paid, would you go to work?
If I not, if I do not get paid,
Yeah. If you do not
get
get
the question?
paid, will you go to work?
No, no.
Okay.
I will quit
Uh-huh.
and maybe applies to other job.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you would quit. You would, if you weren't getting paid, you would definitely quit your job. Okay. Daniela, why are you a 7?
Okay, because I think that a right salary and money, it's a good things to help you to do your job in the right way. It stimulates you, but it's not the most important things because you also have to consider um, uh, people you work with. If the ambient is relaxed, if you find it well, and it's both important. But I prefer to work with good people where I can have a future and they can help me to increase my skills. And this is more important than money.
Okay. So the money is very important, but also you need to be able to enjoy your job and be able to improve in your
It's
job.
uh, it's important to be paid in the right way for the jobs you do.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So you feel that in order for people to work, they should be paid appropriately.
Yes.
Yeah. So if they are not paid the right amount, then that is wrong. Okay. Yeah. Well, so same question that I asked Umberto. Would you if your job, the job you do right now, if they stopped paying you, would you continue working there? Daniela, would you continue working at a job if they stopped paying you?
I stopped. I have done this in the job before because I wasn't paid
Uh-huh.
in the right appropriately, as I
Uh-huh.
said before. They give me too much things to do,
Uh-huh.
and it wasn't a good ambient
Uh-huh.
in. So I prefer to move
To a new company. Yeah,
to
so
another job.
yeah, so in your I want to write down what you said in a different way. It is um, important for people to know their worth. So,
Yes, of course, because in the last jobs I have the I had the courage to change and to find another job. Instead, some of my colleagues didn't do that, and now when they talk to me,
uh-huh.
um, they always complain about the things in jobs that doesn't go well.
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't try to change things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, and I kind of believe the same way you guys do. Especially, I think I'm at a 4 because I think it's important also to get paid your worth, but I also think it's important to like what you're doing. So I think money is just part of the job. So yeah, okay, let's go to the next topic. Okay. Okay, this one has to do with family. And Umberto, are you married?
No, I'm
No.
single.
Okay, single. Okay. And Daniela, are you married?
I'm single too.
You're single too. Okay. Um, okay. So this has to do really with our parents. I'm also single. Um, the statement is, you should look after your parents when they are old, even if this means one or more of your parents living with you. Okay, I'll read it again. You should look after your parents when they are old, even if this means one or more of your parents living with you. What do you think? So we'll start with Daniela this time. Are you at a 10, a 1, a 5, 4? Where are you at?
Well, I think it's 10 because if I will be able to take care of them,
Uh-huh.
I will do anything because they did it to me. They
Mm-hmm.
gave me everything to help me to be in this point of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But you have also to consider if you can help them, if they have some disease that needs and involve technologies and other things, I will find the right place to help them.
Mm-hmm.
It depends.
Okay, so it depends. A question for you, Daniela. Would your parents want to move in with you?
Well, we prefer to be independent and to
Uh-huh.
stay apart from me and my sister because we don't want to be. Um, we want to be independent as long as we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends if we will be able to take care of them. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Umberto, what do you think? What number are you at?
Mm, number 10.
You're 10 as well. Okay. So we all three
Yes.
agree about this one. Okay. Talk
Yes.
to us. Why do you say a number 10?
Uh, because I will be uh, blessed and grateful for their care and have them with me, eh, and try uh, to give them a hand, mm, if they are uh, with some uh, diseases, or maybe can I uh, give uh, give them some anything they need in for that that
That time in their life?
yes, that time in their life. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um,
Mhm.
question for you guys. In Peru, Umberto, what is the custom for families when it comes to their elderly? Do the families live together? Do they live separately?
Okay. Well, here in Peru, uh, the family live together,
Mhm.
and the son the, the the sons always when they get married,
Uh-huh.
they live with their new family, but uh, they- that's the custom here in Peru.
Mhm.
Uh, when I was in Florida a few weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
I see the as soon as they are uh, over 17 or 18, they move alone, and they they do their life. So I
Mhm.
think that we have different custom than uh, North America.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, they do in the most part. It depends, of course, on the family. And for example, sometimes the family they have different generations live together. So it does depend on every situation. But for the most part in the US, when you're 18 or between 18, when you're in university age, you leave home.
Yes.
Yeah. And all right, and Daniela, what is the custom in Italy for families to take care of the elderly?
Okay, just because when you get married or you earn enough to have your own home, sons go out and have another apartment, so they live in a different house from parents. But when they get older, there are
Mhm.
different situations. If your parents are able to stay at home and only need some things, we prefer to live apart and to be helped by sons or the nurse or other person that do that for work.
Mhm.
Or if the parents is as a disease, a very important disease, they you live near them in the same house, or the parents comes to your home,
Mhm.
and if is the situation is very bad, you can you can help them at home. You can go to a public house.
Mhm.
It's like an hospital for
Okay.
old people.
Okay.
Okay, so you can go there to see them, and they are doctors, nurses.
Mhm.
Okay, nurses home,
Yeah. So it's called a
but
nursing home.
it
Yeah.
depends on what decide your parents.
Mhm. Yeah. I think in a lot of cultures, in some cultures, families will stay together, and it is just expected that the parents, when they get to a certain age, will live with their kids. And in other cultures, the parents are the ones who decide they to go to a nursing home, or we have also retirement centers.
Here it's both.
Mhm.
It depends on the family, it depends on the parents what they prefer, because I think the nursing home is the last choice. I prefer to let them live in their own home.
Mhm.
But if they want, they can decide what to do. It depends on the disease. But
Mhm.
I know that other people prefer to not private their sense of freedom.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's very personal.
Yeah, it is. In my family, for example, my mom and dad lived with my brother, and he had just divorced, and he was a single father. So they
Oh,
helped him with his daughter. And once she learned to drive, my mom moved away. She said, "I want to live alone. I want to be independent."
okay.
Now, 10 years later, she is she's in a retirement at in an apartment house for elderly people, but she has difficulty doing things, and so I am trying to convince her to move with me. So I've been asking her for maybe 3 years to move in with me, and um, if she did that, then I would hire home health workers to come in and help so that she does not have to go to a nursing home.
So I think it's different than in Italy. Your retirement centers, your mama is without many helps. Instead, in Italy, if you enter a retirement centers, a nursing home, you find that people with difficult to do anything. They have more help than you can do as a family. But if instead of all people, if you think about the children here in Italy, because of crisis and economic problems, parents and grandmothers and grandfathers help a very a lot family, and they live near. For example, my family, I live with my parents because I changed work and I needed to know where to find another home. But we live upstairs, and my sister with her 3 children, and husband live downstairs. So
Yeah.
we help her a lot.
Now, is it true in Italy that a lot of the single men will stay with their mom until they marry,
Oh, this is, I think,
or is that a
it's not
stereotype?
right because you have to consider our situation in this moment. There
Okay.
are people who really stay at home with a mama till they die, but it's a part of them.
Okay.
But instead, we go out at the university.
Okay.
And if now we are at home, it's because there isn't jobs or salary enough to have our flat. But it's not what we dream to stay at home with parents.
Yeah, that's actually I did an English exercise on that a few weeks ago actually. Umberto, do a lot of
Yeah.
how long do people stay living with their parents, or do they when they get married, do they stay close together, right? In Peru?
Yes. Most of my friends, they live. They like to live together.
Mhm.
Also, it depends. Uh, with the it depends in the economic situation that they are.
Mhm. So it depends on the
And
family then. Uh-huh.
yes, they all stay together. And and if they have a lot of money, or enough money uh, to buy a house or rent a house, they try to live near their parents
Mm.
in order to be close and share with them.
Mhm. Mhm. And then
Yes.
eventually when the parents are unable to take care of themselves, they move in with their kids. Or do the kids move?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping my mom will agree to. So so
yes. Yes.
but it just depends on her she likes she says what she said yesterday is, I like where I'm living. So so
Yeah,
that's
yes, but when they getting old, it's not that situation is not um, uh, is a kind of dangerous for them because
yeah,
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 because they yeah. Mhm.
exactly. Because I can help her cook dinner. I can help her cook food. I can help her take care of the house, and she can just actually relax a little bit more than she does now. But then again, she does have a nice little
Yes,
apartment, and
also
so.
I I have an aunt that
Uh-huh.
uh, he was old and he lived alone and he was cooking and he get burned and he died. So
Oh, wow.
yes, yes, it's a, a situation that is is dangerous for old people.
Yeah, it's very true. And like, well, is it like my mom? She cannot dress by herself. My father passed away 10 years ago, but she is remarried, and so her husband helps her put her clothes on, and because she can't move her muscles and stuff, so she really needs help. And so I'm saying, okay, you two move in with me. So we'll see if they do. So. Um, let's go to the next topic I have is kind of first of all, there might be a new word for you guys. The word is prejudice. Do you guys know this word?
Can you repeat it?
Uh,
Yeah, prejudice.
Oh, I don't know it.
You know that word?
Oh, okay, I understand.
Umberto, do you know the word?
no, no, I
Okay,
don't know the word.
that's great. Okay, so prejudice it means uh, basically disliking someone because of race, nationality, lifestyle, religion, etc. So if you are prejudiced, like for example, um, uh, so in the United States, someone might be prejudiced. Oh, because they might not trust somebody or be prejudiced against somebody because of the color of their skin or because of their religion or something like that. So that's what prejudice is. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Oh yes,
Umberto?
yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So the statement is most people in my country are prejudiced towards foreigners, but few will admit it. So next one. I'll read it again. Most people in my country are prejudiced towards foreigners, but few will admit it. Okay. So I've written it down. So what do you think, Daniela? What number? Let's just put our numbers down, and then we'll put
I have to say 7 because
7. Okay.
uh, this is an actual topic in Italy
Mm,
in this moment
okay.
because we're talking about foreign policy and about immigrations, and so now people is very tired to be called racist when they only want to control the country,
Mhm.
and it's quite difficult to understand if this reaction is due to prejudice or because we are tired about that policy. But I can say that there is a prejudice against Muslims,
Mhm.
first of all.
Mhm.
Then less than in the past about different color skin. It's
Mhm.
something and it depends because of the nationality.
Mhm.
Uh, Chinese are welcome more than Muslim people. We don't have a problem with European ones and also Americans, South Americans. Mm, there are more problem with Africans due to the different cultures
Uh-huh.
and no
Yeah.
one will admit it, but someone says I can be able to accept everything. What another way to organize the problems? We
Mhm.
can live together without think about the differences,
Mhm.
different culture, different things. It's it's not
Mhm.
easy.
Yeah, I've heard that there is a problem down in southern Europe, Italy, Spain, because there's so many immigrants coming up and people aren't sure what to think. So, yeah.
Yes, because they have opened the frontiers to everyone
Yeah.
without asking to people, and we
Yeah.
don't agree. Part of us don't agree with kind of help because we don't think that it's helpful to
Uh-huh.
immigrants and to us. We have to manage the things in another way.
So they have opened the borders, and that's a
Borders.
problem in the U.S. as well. We've had a lot of people come up from basically they come up from everywhere. They come through the Canadian border, the Mexican border. They come, take a boat from Cuba. So,
It's very difficult to enter in America to have a how can I say, not a ticket, a permission.
um, you mean illegal? It's
Illegal.
illegally,
Um,
like for a work permit.
yes, if I want to visit America or if I want to stay, I think that if I went to your country and I want to search a jobs to get a job, it's impossible. I need to have it before.
Yeah.
Instead, in Italy, they come from everywhere. We don't know who they are,
hmm
and they now are trying to search jobs, but they don't know the languages, they don't know other things. It's quite difficult to have an integration in this
hmm
way.
Yeah, and that's very true. It's if you want to visit the United States, you have no problem. But if you want to actually live here, it's more difficult. And that's actually the same if I want to go to the EU. So I have this I have the same difficulty. So, Umberto, how about in Peru? What are the attitudes towards foreigners in Peru? Or
Well, uh, here in Peru, we receive the foreigners uh, with a good treatment, and well, uh, I think we are very friendly with them, and also as I was reading on news last week that many foreigners come here to visit and stay and work with us.
oh, really?
Uh,
Okay.
yes, but that that uh, that amount was increased in the last 3 or 4 years.
Mhm.
But when I go to uh, 3 or 4 years ago when I went to Europe,
Uh huh.
I feel a kind of racist
Right. Okay.
with
So you felt
with
some racism. Mhm.
racism, yes,
Yeah.
with the foreigners. Maybe because we were South American. I don't know,
Mhm.
because maybe they feel that we are going to
Take their jobs. Hello?
Maybe it's due to the fact that they are simple strangers.
Yeah.
If an Italian go out, you know that there are a lot of prejudice. We only play mandolin. We are all about mafia, and so I think it's something related to people that isn't from the same country.
Yeah. Well, there's a saying that I like from. Do you know the Disney films? Do you know the one,
Yes.
The Beauty and the Beast?
Oh,
Okay.
of
Okay.
course.
You know when they're racing from the town, and they're all with and they're going to the castle to kill the beast.
Yes.
Okay. In that song, it looks like he had internet problems. I wondered. In that song, there's a saying that they say is we don't like what we don't
Understand.
understand because it scares us.
Yes, it scares us. If
Yeah.
When I was talking about the borders before, Italy has changed a lot from in these years because before we were more open, and now that we have era economic problems, crisis. We are more selfish.
Yeah, yeah, and
It
that's
changed a lot.
it's the same issue in the U.S. And I find it very interesting the people that are from the smaller towns who have not traveled
Hmm.
and have not really been exposed or been around other people. They're kind of they more from the country. They have a less tolerance of foreigners
And this
than
is
people
the
who have
same.
traveled.
It's the same because they don't
Uh-huh.
distinguish
Hi.
between hi again
Yeah,
between the good ones and the bad ones. Um,
exactly.
for example, if you talk about the Muslims, we know
Welcome
that
back.
there
Okay,
are
we
good
have good
ones.
ones. Uh-huh. And also we have good Christians and we have bad Christians, you know. So
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah. Well, what some people from some students from Spain, they were telling me that people from the southern part of Spain who have the area has a lot more foreigners. They hi Umberto, welcome back. Um, uh, from the southern part of Spain, where all the foreigners are living, they have no problem with the foreigners. But the people from the northern part of Spain, where there's few foreigners, they have problems, and that's the same in everywhere. I think if you're around foreigners, if you're exposed to people that are different, you there's no prejudice.
So here in Italy there is a contraposition between north and
Uh huh.
south. My parents are from the south. We moved to the north. I born here,
Uh huh.
so I I find it very funny because I belong to both the cultures, we say, and so I don't understand this contraposition. But if you know in the north, you can hear people talking against the south part of Italy, and in the opposite, they talk about against the north part. It's something related to the past.
Yeah.
So
It sounds like Spain has a similar issue. So Humberto, thanks for coming. I'm glad you wrote your name. I thought it was Imberto, E-M. So it's Humberto. Humberto. Um,
Yes.
yeah, so you were in the process of telling us about Peru when you got cut off. Could you
Yes.
do you remember what you were saying?
Yes. Yes. We, as I was saying, we are very friendly with the foreigners. Also, we uh, receive them, and here in my job, we work with a lot of foreigners, and we give them good treatment, and not just in my company, in everywhere. but I feel a kind, as I was saying, a kind of racism,
Racism? Uh-huh.
uh,
When you were in Europe.
racism
Uh-huh.
when I was in Europe. Yes, um, I don't know, maybe because we were from South America.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they think that we are going uh, to war and without without permissions,
Mhm.
or maybe they are going to hire us with a, a, a salary
Mm-hmm.
under the
Under the
average.
table. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes, and and I don't know, maybe for those reasons, or I don't know, but I feel that when I was in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
um, but
What
but
part of Europe were
yes,
you at?
well, I was in in Rome.
Ah,
Yes, I was,
Well,
yes, I was in Rome.
Daniela can explain why.
I'm curious about because my last roommate when I was at university was from Peru, and in Verona I didn't notice this, so maybe because but it's very strange because in Rome there are people from every part of the the world.
Uh-huh.
As a tourist. Maybe they were curious about you.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
know.
maybe,
Maybe Humberto was right thinking about racism because, but you also have to think about that we are curious about different people. You don't see Peruvian here very often. So sometimes maybe we observe them.
Yeah.
Or maybe they are scared from foreign people because in Rome it's quite dangerous.
Yeah. I
yes,
think it,
maybe.
go for it. Speak.
Yeah, yes, I think that maybe for that reason that they are maybe uh, uh, don't receive us
Umberto, I
with
can assure you that in Italy we are more likely to welcome Spain and South American and North American than Arabic people, for example. So it's quite strange, but I think it's we are scared in this period from other people. Don't
Yeah.
take it personally.
Yeah, it must have been just a person that wasn't aware where he was from or something. He was,
yeah,
yeah, interesting.
yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and take we'll take the last 7 minutes for another topic. And my PowerPoint, when I was trying to write on it, kind of screwed up. So um, the last one, and like I said, I told you we probably would not get through all of them, and we didn't. So the last one is, it isn't very important if you make a mistake in English as long as people understand you. So what do you think? It isn't very important if you make a mistake in English as long as people understand you. Do you agree or disagree?
Mm, I vote for it's important to speak properly. I
Uh-huh.
think that UK people will don't will be more strict than USA people about pronunciation. It's right or it's something that I suppose wrong.
No, I don't think that's right. I think that it depends on the American.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So, as some Americans, if you're not speaking it the American way, then they don't think that you're saying it right. So it depends on them. Each person is
Okay.
different.
But I
Yeah.
think it's very important to speak it in the right way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Because there's credibility. So, what do you think, Umberto?
Yes, I agree with her. I agree with Daniela.
Uh huh.
It's very important to speak in the better way. and, and that's one of the reason that I'm here, that I
Mhm.
want to speak fluently. I
Mhm.
know more vocabulary about it,
Mhm.
and well, also um, we are hello.
Hello. Yes, we're here. We can hear you. Oh,
I think it was a phone recording.
yeah. He probably. Oh well, yeah. I have when I lived in Finland for 11 years, and I had a good friend of mine who lived in the States for many years, and he
Mm-hmm.
was living in Finland. Of course, he was a Finnish guy, and a lot of my colleagues from the UK met him, and I remember them telling me that he has the best English that they've ever met in a Finn. And I remember looking at them like, really? Because and the situation was this man was very, very confident. He had been successful speaking English in the United States, so he was very confident. So my English speaking teacher friends did not notice all of his grammar and pronunciation issues.
Oh,
And the reason was because he was confident. And
how can it be possible? Because if you
yeah, it's very possible. Americans and British native speakers, if a person is confident and they're just totally fine with how they're speaking, they're going to have no problem with the language. The problem is if they're, for example, if a person has incorrect grammar, that's okay. But if their pronunciation is difficult to understand,
Mhm.
most native speakers who are not used to being around foreigners will lose confidence in them, and they will also um, confidence, and they will also stop listening. So if you have to concentrate between pronunciation and grammar, always choose pronunciation. Um,
I think it's right.
yeah, because people even native speakers make mistakes with pronunciation. So I mean not with pronunciation, but make mistakes with they make grammar mistakes, but and stuff like that. But they don't make mistakes with pronunciation very much. I do. There's a word when I was my first job. Um, I was I was saying a word wrong, and my colleagues just all started laughing. And I had no idea that I was mispronouncing it. Do you know this word?
Okay, I try. Fanatic.
You said it right. Okay, I said it fanatic. I was
Oh.
saying, well, they're all fanatics, and they just like there were 4 or 5 of them. All of them started just laughing. They were just, and I turned to them and I said, "What's so funny?" And then they told me that I had mispronounced the word, and that does happen. But when they're with foreigners, say for example, if you as a foreigner that you were
Mm-hmm.
talking to a group of American friends, and you made a mistake in pronunciation, they probably would not say anything. But I was an American, so they
Very, very
laughed.
kind to foreign people. In
Yeah.
Italy, when I meet tourists and everything, I really appreciate when we try to speak in Italian because they didn't consider our languages. They approach us with English, and
Uh-huh.
if they are lucky, they find someone who can explain in English.
Mhm.
But I appreciate when we try in Italian. So if we don't do a right sentence, but they use some words, I try to understand them. I help them.
Mhm.
We and if we are unable to speak some languages, so we use hands, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think they say that the Italians and the Spanish people and the Americans, we can't talk without moving our hands.
We talk a lot with eyes, hands. It's something that I can control.
Mhm.
One day, if you see one of my lesson, I will also use hands. I don't know why, but it's
It's
natural to me.
yeah, exactly. All right. Well, it looks like we're just about out of time. So this was,
Yes,
as you saw, as you know, it was a total speaking exercise. I hope you learned some new words, and
a
you're gonna
lot.
plan to
Thank you. It was
practice.
very interesting. Good
Yeah, I
lesson.
love this lesson. It's one I call it one of my Hall of Fames. I've never had it where it's been bad. So anyway, thank you, and have a good week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Do the same too.
Thanks. Bye.